9 plus credit cards I'll share with you are highly likely to disappear in 2025. Now, with the knowledge that you'll gain from watching this video, you'll be able to decide if it's worth shifting your credit card roadmap or your application strategy to get these credit cards while you can. In this video, I'll be sure to cover why I personally believe each credit card will be disappearing shortly, and why do credit cards disappear anyways? Key, a credit card points and miles enthusiast and travel lover. On my channel, I discuss the mistakes I've made, my future travel goals, and overall credit journey since 2016. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Starting off with the Hawaiian Airlines Bank of Hawaii World Elite Master Credit Card. Now, we're well aware at this point that Alaska Airlines has purchased Hawaiian Airlines. As such, the program will now be merged into some unknown named awards program, but under the Alaska Airlines program. Personally, I tried to get this credit card and ultimately was denied, but some information for you. It does pull TransUnion, and this card, even though it has Bank of Hawaii branding, is actually on the back end a Barclays credit card. Get this card, make sure that you obtain the 70,000 point Hawaiian miles bonus. Know that you can move those Hawaiian miles into the Alaska mileage program and use those miles as one and the same. Next up, from truly Barclays, the AAdvantage Aviator Red World Elite Master Credit Card. This is also a card that is going to be discontinued sometime in 2025. Reason being, Citi has purchased all of the exclusive rights to hold the American Airlines credit cards. So, if you're someone that can't get Citi credit cards outright by applying, this could be a backdoor way into getting into the Citi program. Now, why no one talks about this credit card is a whole nother video, and I'll be sure to link it above. I talked about it with Sledge from the Sledge Inc. team, but after one purchase and paying the $99 annual fee, you'll receive 60,000 American Airlines miles. Man, this is such a sweet card. No one talks about it because there's no referral or affiliate money into these cards, but I'm not afraid to talk about it. Be sure to check out my video that I did with Sledge for more information on this credit card. But like I mentioned, this card will ultimately be moved over to Citibank. What's nice about Citibank is once you have a credit card with them, they'll allow you to product change to any credit card that is in their portfolio. Next up is the Apple credit card. This card is through Goldman Sachs, and it's no secret, Goldman has been shopping around potential bidders and purchasers of this Apple credit card relationship. It's been rumored that perhaps this goes to Chase. Now, if you're someone that's over 524, perhaps this is a way that you get into Chase and have an Apple credit card. Hopefully, they'll purchase that relationship. Right now, this is actually a pretty solid card, and personally, it's a card that I'll plan on getting here shortly. But just know that there are also ways to get this credit card without a hard inquiry. For now, though, you would need to unlock your Equifax credit report. And again, check out the video I'll link above to figure out how you can get this credit card with no hard inquiry. Next up, we have another card from Barclays here. This one is the Hawaiian Airlines World Elite MasterCard. Yes, I put both the Bank of Hawaii and the Barclays Hawaiian Airlines credit card on the list. I already mentioned this before. This credit card will be ultimately discontinued or automatically moved to Bank of America. So if you're already exceeding your limits with Bank of America, you know they have a whole bunch of rules when it comes to their credit cards. This could be a great way to get in the door or continue that relationship with Bank of America. There are links floating around for this credit card with a 70,000 bonus Hawaiian mile after $1,000 in spend. So go ahead, search for that on your own, or I'll be sure to link it in the description box down below. You can also get both of these cards through Barclays. They are considered separate products. So if it was me, I would go ahead and get both the Bank of Hawaii and this current card for a cool at least 140,000 Hawaiian or AKA Alaska Airlines miles. Moving on from Barclays, we're now at American Express. This is the Delta Sky Miles Blue American Express credit card. These marketing folks, man, with these names, crazy. Now, this credit card does come with a sign-up bonus of 10,000 bonus miles after you spend $1,000 within the first 6 months of having the credit card. This is the first card on the list where I'm not actually telling you to go out and apply for this card before it's gone. In my opinion, I think ultimately American Express is going to be revamping and continuing to revamp their credit cards. And I have a feeling American Express is now starting to realize people are willing to pay $700 for a credit card or even $150 plus for a credit card. Why not and why shouldn't they get rid of these no annual fee credit cards, such as this Delta Sky Miles Blue credit card? Now, the whole reason this card even exists is because back in 2017, Chase has their relationship with United Airlines, and they actually came out with a $0 fee United card. This was a way to combat that and say, we also have that as well here at American Express. Like I mentioned, I would not apply for this credit card net new. If you currently have any of those personal credit cards, the Reserve, the Platinum, or the Gold, you can go ahead and product change into this card and hold it forever. But as far as applying net new, that's not something I would do. I would instead, if you're looking for a Delta credit card, the Delta Gold on the personal and the business side actually does have and comes with a $0 annual fee in the first year. And then year 2 and onwards, you'll pay that $150 annual fee. Another card on my 2025 application roadmap is the Built MasterCard by Wells Fargo. Now, this is a card that I definitely want to acquire. I currently only have about 3,000 Built Rewards points in my account. And I know if I dedicated time to putting money, spending money within the dining program and things like that, I'd be able to accumulate quite a bit of miles and rewards points, Built Rewards points. This card has no annual fee, but why I think it's going to be revamped entirely, maybe not discontinued, is because they've already started sending out polls and things like that to existing cardholders stating, would you still like the card if it came with a $95+ annual fee? And just so many changes to the program over the years. I truly think Built and their marketing team maybe had good intentions, but I think shot themselves in the foot because ultimately people think of the Built MasterCard as I'm only going to pay my rent on this card and not really something they go to pull out of their wallet as their first, thing, maybe when they're at the grocery store or other places throughout the month. Truly, I think, again, maybe not discontinued, but I think there's definitely going to be an annual fee. I definitely think they maybe reduce some of the transfer partners and just overhaul what this current card looks like today. So I'm definitely personally going to be moving this up on my personal credit card application status. Capital One, you're up next. And I have all the love and respect in the world for Capital One. I'm currently holding 4 different products with Capital One, and they were the first ever bank to give me my first credit card. But my gripe with Capital One is, wow, they have, I don't know how many cards, 37 plus credit cards on their website, and they're all the same. The Venture One Rewards, the Venture One Rewards for good credit, the Quicksilver Rewards for good credit, Savor Rewards, on and on and on. All of these cards are duplicates of each other. There's slight variations with sign-up bonuses or perhaps even the interest rate for 15 plus months on balance transfers and purchases. But otherwise, all of these credit cards are the exact same. What's nice is Capital One, like so many other banks, they do have a pre-approval tool. You're able to use that tool as often as you'd like to do a soft pull on your credit report. This is going to showcase any and all cards that you're approved for. In my opinion, I would always seek out the just original card. So what I'm talking about is the Saver Rewards, for example, or just the Venture X credit card, or just the Platinum credit card. I wouldn't seek out some of these other ones for good credit or for students or anything like that. I just think go for the original credit card. And if you're pre-approved for it, shoot your shot, grab that credit card. I think in order to simplify their whole portfolio, they get rid of all these duplicates. Heck, they've already done it with the Saver and Saver One credit cards. They've discontinued some of those. Why not make this a lot simpler for their customers and just have an overall better experience? All these cards are the same. I could scroll through and get you a headache because of how many of the same exact credit cards they have on their site. Absolutely ridiculous, Capital One, and you're better than this. No bank is safe with me. Up next is the Instacart MasterCard by some of your favorite JP Morgan Chase. So here's why I think this card is going to be discontinued. Maybe in 2019, maybe through 2022, Instacart was popping, right? We couldn't go out in the grocery stores due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And, we were utilizing services like this to deliver groceries and avoid human contact and things like that, right? At one point in time, Instacart was valued at over $30 billion. Now, I know that in 2025, there's no way they're still valued at that amount. My guess is probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 8 to maybe $10 billion, if that. So just seeing their valuation fall year over year since the pandemic, I have a feeling that this card is just going to absolutely vanish off of the Chase website. This is another card that I definitely, absolutely would not recommend you go out and apply to, but just wanted to put it on your radar. This card is absolute garbage, but it does have no annual fee, but it also requires you to be under the Chase 524 rule. Please listen to me if you hear nothing else. Do not waste a 524 slot on the Instacart MasterCard. That is just preposterous. Moving on to Discover. Discover is in the similar boat, and I have the same feelings that I talked about with Capital One with Discover. Look at this website, Discover It Cashback, the Discover It Student Card, the Secured Card, the Student Chrome credit card, the It Miles credit card, the It Gas and Restaurant credit card. Discover, listen to me. Make it easy. You have a commercial that just talks about one credit card. Why don't you just stick to that? The Discover It credit card, 5% rotating categories, unlimited cash back, and I'm seeing 0% APR on purchases and balance transfers for 15 months. Why do they need to have all of these variations of this credit card? Just keep it simple. Also, people, if you're applying for this credit card, get the OG Discover It. Please do not apply for the Discover It Chrome gas and restaurant credit card. You're better than that. There's so many other credit cards on the market that you can get greater than 2% cash back at gas stations and restaurants, especially when we start talking about all these quarterly limits and things like that. Stop it. There's so many simpler options for you. I know that Capital One was talking about buying Discover. Can you imagine what their website would look like, the Capital One website would look like if they had all of these Discover cards? I have a feeling they would even list out all 32 teams for the Discover It NHL credit card. I just have a feeling. I feel like this Capital One would do some shit like that. I like the Discover It credit card. I've talked about in the past how at one point in time I've had multiple of these. Be sure to check out that video. But please, Discover, make it easy for the people. In my opinion, Discover should have just 2 credit cards. The Discover It Cashback credit card and the Discover It Secured credit card. 4 cards remaining, and up next is a bank called Cardless. Cardless has has 2 credit cards: the Qatar Airways Privilege Club Signature credit card and the Qatar Airways Privilege Club Infinite credit card. Now, here's why I think these credit cards will go away. Today, JP Morgan Chase has credit cards and all the credit cards through the Avios program. British Airways, Iberia, um, Aer Lingus, for example. All of those credit cards are through Chase. Each of these programs, including Qatar, what you're currently seeing on the screen, are run off of the Avios program, meaning if you have one Qatar or Qatar Airways Avios, that's equivalent to one British Airways Avios or Iberia Airlines Avios or Aer Lingus. An Avios is an Avios is an Avios. I don't know who I stole that from, but thank you so much on YouTube. Appreciate it. It's stuck in my mind and absolutely correct. So I don't think Cardless is going to have this relationship for very long. I actually think this is something that Chase would look to purchase from them just to say that they have all of the Avios credit cards under one roof. All right, hopefully this is a card you've never heard of, and hopefully a lot of these have been cards you've never heard of. But this one is the FNBO Bank Ford Pass Rewards Visa credit card. Okay, here's why I think that this card is not sustainable. This card does not have an annual fee. If you're currently riding around town in a Ford, you should absolutely consider getting this card before it goes away. These are some absolutely killer deals. 10, 5, 3, and 1% cash back are all very, very competitive. And not only that, you get a $200 annual statement credit each year that you spend $6,000 or more on your credit card. Now, there's other things alongside this credit card, such as a annual credit card annual car detail service that you can also get, but I just don't understand how this card can be sustainable at a $0 annual fee. All right, so up next is the Priceline VIP Rewards Visa credit card. I feel like I don't have to say anything else if you've been watching the videos on my channel, but this is not the all-in-one travel credit card. In fact, I don't even know why this credit card exists. So this card is offered by Barclays Bank, and I went through a list of all of the Barclays credit cards on their website, and I couldn't find this one. Heck, Barclays isn't even marketing this on their website, so why should you get it? Rounding out the list of cards that I think that will vanish in 2025 is the Venmo credit card, where you earn unlimited cash back between 1 and 3%. Here's why I think this credit card is going to be discontinued. I, as well as everyone else that's in this YouTube space talking about credit cards, points, miles, etc., we're all trying to get you to level up the education and knowledge that you have with credit cards. There are so many alternatives to this credit card that fit more people, in my opinion. Why waste your time with the Venmo credit card? It just doesn't add up to me. I hope you absolutely learned more knowledge, but also you learned at least 9 credit cards that will be vanishing in 2025. Now, I did a full live stream covering this very topic. Be sure to check out that if you want to see all of the commentary and laughs that we had during that video. Thank you so much for your time. Let me know down in the comments, what credit cards did I miss that will absolutely be vanishing in 2025? Bye for now.